what I'm doing, what I'm staying focused on, how I'm moving, just myself. Like, I can't expect for anyone else to do anything if I'm not doing it first. So I'm just going to continue to keep on fighting for justice, keep being on the front lines, traveling on the world, telling my story, working on my book, podcasts, documentaries, websites, selling things for healing, educating people about mental health and what you can do to self-heal yourself. Keep educating people about self-education. Like, only change that I've seen is the change in myself, honestly.
Okay. Yeah. I personally haven't seen any changes, like you said, other than just the modifications of things. And what I've just sat back and watched the shift, the power struggle to shift, and now the new regime is in, and so now things are about to shift around, and we'll see where that go. But one thing I noticed about you, Lavish, is that the media crucified you, and we spoke about that before. How do you feel about that?
I feel like they owe me some more money. I feel like Minnesota should have bought me a house. And not only bought me a house, they should have fully furnished it and bought me a car and put insurance on it. That's how I feel. They took everything from me. Everything. They painted me out to be a monster.
Well, now what did you do?
I smoked some weed.
And that's the thing. Every time something happens, they want to slander a motherfucker. They want to say George Floyd had fentanyl in his pocket or some shit.
No, the fuck
just in the system, whatever, they just be bullshit.
But they don't talk about how the police are active abusers of prescription narcotics. They don't talk about how the police have went and had marriage counseling for beating their fucking wife. They haven't talked about how they were sexually assaulted by their grandmas and grandpas, and how they sister wives and all that shit in their family, which is why they mentally fucked up. They don't talk about all the shit that they've done wrong in their life. Oh, let's not get on the officer and his wife that was doing freaking money laundering. Y'all been stealing money from the government for years. And it took for you to kill a man for the police, for the government to even tap into your funds. Y'all been getting away with so much crooked behavior and activity that when y'all kill somebody, it don't get looked at, oh, this person did this, oh, this person did that, oh, this person did this, oh, this person did that. But if I do something, oh, she hit a bitch in the head with a hammer. Oh, she smoked the weed in the car with her kid. Oh, she did this. Oh, she did that. I didn't do any of those things. None of them. And now I have to create and recreate myself to not persuade people, but to get them to feel and believe that who I say I am, I really am. I'm not who the media said I am. I'm not who past friends and foes said I was. I'm not what family members that are haters think that I am. At the end of the day, I am a diamond. Just like a glow stick, you have to break it in order for it to shine and to glow. So I expected the hate from the media. I expected the crucifixion from, the news and twisting my words and twisting my stories. And I expected that because every great philanthropist, activist, anybody did not, God even, they crucified God until he died on the cross, even made him carry his own. But do you think that for even 1 second, God stopped and believed what they were saying? Do you think that he stopped fighting? Do you think that he gave up? Do you think MLK gave up? Do you think that Malcolm X gave up? Do you think that Rosa Parks gave up? Do you think that Harriet Tubman gave up? Do you think that when Emmett Till said he liked white women, he gave up? No. So no matter what the media says about me, my character, and who I am, I'm not going to give up. But no, I'm coming for you. I'm coming after you. And I'm coming. And I'm quiet, but I'm coming. If I have to sue every single person that has had my name somewhere that I wasn't, I will. If I have to sue every person that discriminates against me without probable cause, oh, no, that I will. If I have to bring my phone out every single time I feel like somebody ain't treating me fairly, or if I feel like something's about to go down, trust me, I will.
Yeah. Hell
because the media has absolutely destroyed my character.
It almost feels like you're under attack, huh?
Yes, I am. I do feel like that every day of my life.
You know what I mean? Just going to the fucking store.
Exactly. Me and my daughter was just at the Goodwill over by my house where I be at. I'm a thrifty shopper. People always want to know where all my money at. It ain't nowhere. It's put away. God damn it. I shop at thrift stores, consignment stores, and $10 stores.
Mm-hmm.
I was up in the Goodwill because I washed my clothes at the laundromat next to it. And I was in there and I had something was wrong with my stomach. Must have ate something or whatever. And I started to shop around, but then I was like, nah, let me just go to the bathroom because there's not a bathroom for us to use inside the laundromat due to COVID. So I had one thing in my cart. I asked the lady, is it okay if I leave my cart sitting here? I do have an item in it, but I don't want y'all to put it away or somebody to take it thinking that this cart isn't being occupied. Mm-hmm. The lady told me, yeah, go ahead. It's fine. A Black lady, all that. Long story short, I was in the bathroom taking a shit. 5 minutes, excuse my language. 5 minutes I was using the bathroom. The lady comes in there and say, you're not supposed to be trying on merchandise in the bathroom. You're not supposed to take any merchandise in the bathroom. First of all, I can see that the fitting rooms say no using fitting rooms due to COVID. I'm sitting down in the bathroom using the bathroom. Right. So when I noticed she was trying to accuse me of doing something I wasn't doing, I told her, you hold that thought. When I went out in the main part of the thrift store, the lady was so rude to me. She was disrespectful. She told me my daughter wasn't welcomed in her store. Told me that my daughter needed to be accompanied by an adult. Told me that my daughter was making a mess and that she just cleaned up. I told her, isn't that your job? Isn't that your job? They then went off to screaming and hollering at me, throwing things at me. And from there, I saw red and black. I went blank. Before I could even get out the store, they was calling 911. Before I could even leave or get out the door. After she just judged me, racially profiled me, threw something at me, then you call the police and play the victim? When I got there, I was as calm could be. And I told them police officers what happened. And they was like, well, she's a kid. That's what kids do. But the fact that every time we go somewhere, people are judging us, people are discriminating against us, people are looking at us like we don't mean nothing. The media did that to us. The media has go on Google and Google me. You're going to see so much shit on Google. I'm literally on my computer every day now trying to figure out who posting this shit because I'm coming for you. You didn't get my consent to post my daughter. You didn't get my consent to use my daughter's pictures on y'all's site. Y'all didn't get my consent to use my voice. I don't care if it's free. Public knowledge, because it's public knowledge. It's public knowledge. Yeah. It's public knowledge. But my daughter is not 18 years old.
That's correct.
You are posting things off of my social media that is private, taking pictures of my child, putting them in the public's eye. So yes, anytime I see something that is posted on YouTube or Google, I'm going to find out where it's coming from and I'm going to come for you. And I'm not going to stop. Period.
For real.
But it's just a lot. It's so much.
I feel that.
It's really a lot. Every day is a challenge. You got to constantly keep on telling yourself this isn't the end of the road. Everything happens for a reason. You have a purpose. Keep on fighting. Never give up. Every day I want to give up because I feel like I should be further in my journey than I am. And I'm not, because I've allowed everything around me to affect my growth. Now I have to figure out how to get to where I want to be without worrying about everything else. And that has been my biggest challenge.
And that starts like you had said earlier on in the show, going within yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's where it starts at going. I promote that here on the Fellagood Podcast. I promote going within yourself, you know what I'm saying? And not within everything else that these white people have presented for us to believe in and go into. You know what I'm saying? I find you find more truth in yourself and trying to unlock your true potential.
Absolutely. That's what it's really about.
Yeah. So I gotta go there because we were talking about people counting your pockets. How do you feel about that?
It's like one of the most talked about things in America. I've had people tell me that I've applied for jobs and jobs tell me, why do you need a job? You got $1 million. Who got $1 million? If I had $1 million, I wouldn't have bought my first car to be a Chevy Equinox. I wouldn't have bought my second car to be a Nissan Rogue.
I can't hear you. What happened?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh, no. Can you hear me?
Okay, I hear you. Go ahead.
If it has been so bad to the point where I've applied for jobs and jobs have told me, oh, what do you need to work for? You got $1 million. $1 million. If I had anything equivalent to $1 million, the first car I bought when I got my money wouldn't have been a Chevy Equinox. My second car wouldn't have been a Nissan Rogue. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would have went for it. I would have lived beyond my means. But because I once didn't get even equivalent of what they posted in the tabloids, because that's what the media does, paints a picture for you to perceive something that's not really there. So everybody thinks something that is really not what is really not. Yeah. Secondly, a lot of these people ain't never been to jail, fingerprinted, handcuffed, slapped on the wrist. So they don't know about retainers and lawyers and restitution. And they don't know about all that shit and all those people that you have to pay. They don't know about living expenses and past due debts that you gotta, they don't know. They don't know that I was homeless for 7-8 months and spent over $60,000 in hotel fees. They don't know that nobody would give me an opportunity, and where most people have to pay 2 times the rent, I had to pay 4 or 3 times the rent and still got my deposits taken away from me. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. They don't realize that every single person that they have seen me with from 2016 to 2020, I have literally helped, lent, borrowed, looked out for everybody. I have loaned out so many thousands of dollars with intentions of my money making more money, with my intentions of helping people that can't help themselves, with my intentions of, if I come from nothing and there's people around me that's struggling, why would I eat in their face knowing that they starving? I've helped everyone. I've tried to start multiple businesses. I've tried to connect with lots of organizations, but none of those things have benefited me in any way, shape, or form or fashion. I've lost out on more money than the media even said that I had to begin with. I have 4 lawyers. 1, 2, 3, 4. My main lawyer hired on 3 other lawyers because he was from Chicago and the statutes and the laws are different in Chicago than Minnesota. So he had to join forces with another law firm to educate him about the ins and outs that he didn't learn about in school because he didn't go to school on this side of the world. Which means he had to pay them as well.
Right.
But he paid himself the most money.
Yeah, of course.
Then after that, I ended up getting into some trouble, hanging out with the wrong people, being in the wrong places at the wrong time, which didn't have shit to do with me again. But because I was friends with people that didn't have my best interest at heart, I got myself into situations that I had to pay myself out of. And that was that hammer incident. Everybody was saying, oh, I'm a this, I'm a that. I hit somebody with a hammer. No, I didn't hit anybody with anything. I didn't do anything to anyone.
The media took off with that one.
The media took off with it because I was hanging around someone that had the exact same name as me. My name is Diamond Reynolds. Her name is Diamond something else, but would it start with an R? I spelled my name D-I. She spelled her name D-Y. So when the person whoever she got into it with knew that we were cool and they had ended up getting into it, instead of her saying the person's name who she had been beefing with all those months, she let her mother, because that's who convinced her to tell her it was me, the girl's mom, who was allegedly the victim that was allegedly hit with a hammer. The girl told her mom it was the other Diamond and her friend, but she think that I had something to do with it because of Facebook posts and all that Facebook shit. But somebody was using my Facebook account as well. I was sharing my accounts at the time with friends. The girl said my name because her mom told her to, thinking that she was going to win money from me. She was going to get something out of it. Well, yeah, you got something out of it, all right? A knot on your motherfucking head. And no real evidence and no recollection of what the fuck really happened. So now you looking stupid. Now you're looking dumb. Because you went out your way to incriminate me, to crucify me, to slander me, to assassinate me. And then I serve a good guy. I serve an amazing guy. Phenomenal. And no weapon formed against me will ever prosper. And I mean that in the humblest way possible. I really, really do. But I had to pay lawyers. I had to get lawyered up. I had to pay retainers and restitution. I had to make bond. They ain't set my bond at $10,000. They ain't set my bond at $5,000. My bond was at like $20,000. And I had to come up with half to walk. Well, half of 20 is 10, but still. That's a lot of money for somebody that didn't do shit.
Right.
And then getting out of jail, it was around the first of the month at that when they locked me up. And I had just paid rent and all my bills and everything. How long do people really think $60,000, $70,000 supposed to go? I know people, and this is the crazy shit about it. I know at least 10 people in Minnesota that have won settlements. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. None of those people have been in the media. None of those people have been pocket watched and crucified. All of their asses broke now. And they got way more money than me. But we don't talk about that. How far, how long, and how wide do you think $70,000 can go? I know celebrities that have went bankrupt, and I'm talking about buku millions of dollars that have literally went bankrupt. Where do y'all think that in the back of y'all minds, where do y'all think that it don't cost money to live? Where in y'all minds do y'all think y'all could survive in this world without money? Because when people know that you have money, they're going to tax you. I went from paying the bare minimums for everything to getting taxed. The girl to do my hair taxing me $300, $400, $500, $600. People doing my nails taxing me $100, $200, $300. I'm wait, that's a $70 service. Why I'm getting charged $100 and $200? But you know what? Do your thing. Do your thing. Because I feel good right now, and God gonna bless me in the long run.
I used to get 7. I used to get like a 7 for 50. I still do get it, right? But when this COVID shit and got tight on motherfuckers be like, hey man, this 7 gotta be, I need 80 or 100 for that 7.
I'm sorry, I can't help you, my brother, because because the pandemic is affecting you, don't think it ain't affecting me too. It's affecting my pockets. It's affecting, some of us don't get food stamps. We gotta buy food with cash.
People think motherfuckers getting checks and shit and getting all the free money or whatever.
Exactly.
So they want to tax you.
No, exactly. We have organizers. We have people like Black Lives Matter getting millions of dollars in funding to help the community and give back to people like myself that have taken all the money to build their own businesses, build their own brands, taking trips, helping their family with evictions. I know so many nonprofits that are supposed to help people with getting on their feet, helping them find housing, but they will not provide me any of those resources because they feel like I have money. But it shouldn't matter what you think I have. It should matter about what I can prove and what I'm showing you.
Well, when you want to help somebody organically and you really care, you don't even care what people have.
But that's not true because everybody cares.
But they shouldn't. They shouldn't. You know what I mean? They shouldn't.
They shouldn't. But because money is such the core value and such the root to all evil that nobody can move forward in their life without worrying about how the next person doing it. Let Minnesota tell it. Let Minnesota tell it. I'm broke now. I'm broke. I'm broke. But that's because that's what I want them to believe. That's what I want them to think. See, because y'all shouldn't be thinking about me anyway. So whether or not you feel like I got thousands and millions of dollars, or if you think that I have $0, how is that making you any money worrying about if I got money or not? Do I have a roof over my head? Yes, I do. Do my kids eat every day? Yes, we do. Do all my bills get paid every month? Yes, they do. Am I still marketing and trying to get my businesses off the ground? Yes, I am. Does it cost money to brand? Yes, it does. Does it cost money to do anything in life? Absolutely. So if you absolutely think I'm broke and all of these moves are still being made, then you is a damn fool.
Yeah, you're thinking about the wrong thing anyway.
You worried about the wrong shit, and I believe in God. I am the same person with $2 in my pocket as I am with $200,000 in my pocket.
Yes.
The amount of money is never going to change my characteristics. The amount of money is never going to change my personality. I have people saying, oh, well, you didn't get it out the mud. Everything you got was handed to you. So you mean to tell me I was homeless for 8 years because I didn't get it out the mud? You mean to tell me I had people steal from me? I slept in my car. I slept in closets, hotels, outside, shelters. I didn't even know how to drive when Phil died. Never had a car a day in my life. I had to pay $650 to go to driving school just to fail the driving test 5 times and have to pay every single time you fail after that 3rd time. And I still ain't got my goddamn license, but we working on it. But that doesn't mean because I'm not talking about everything and y'all don't see where my money is going doesn't mean that it's not out there. I could say I'm selling this, I'm selling that. I've had friends, do you hear me? Friends that knows that I am selling stuff would inquire about it and literally go and buy, supply, and purchase it from somebody else that is doing or selling the exact same thing that I am after you didn't came and asked me about it first. Or I would think that I'm collaborating with people or collaborating with people to try to make my visions broader, and they're using me to get them where they want to be. How is any of that benefiting me? Because I'm putting my money into every community event that I've done came out of my pocket. When I did the backpack, the anti-bullying awareness thing, and gave away 100 backpacks with school supplies in it, all out of my own pocket, from jumpy houses to food to entertainment. When I did the remembrance celebration back in 2016 and 2017 for the remembrance of all the people that we lost, all of those resources came out of my own pocket. Every single time I've done something for the community, it was with my own funding. So when I go back out and try to fundraise or make money to help the community, ultimately I get told, don't you have enough money? Don't you got this? Well, yeah, I just spent it all trying to help you ungrateful mofos. Oh, but you have $50,000 in GoFundMe. Yeah, and I spent over $50,000 in hotel fees.
So there's that.
So there's that. And then I have to eat. I like to eat. You can't say that I didn't get it out the mud because I've been doing this. My name been lavish. I've been getting my hair done, been getting my nails done, been going out to eat, been smoking weed. The only thing I started doing differently after Phil died was started taking trips and learned how to drive and bought a car. That was the only thing I did differently. Everything else I was already doing because I had 3 jobs and been getting it out the mud. Now everybody just assume they don't want to support me, they don't want to help me, they don't want to link up and educate me or shadow me because they are scared I'm going to pass them up. They are afraid that I will become more successful than them. They so worried about my pockets and counting them that they can't even focus on what I actually went through. I have been discredited. I've been undervalued. My character has been assassinated on every level. I have females now that will get into an argument with me on Facebook and will literally say, Diamond Lavish Reynolds, the girlfriend of Philando Castile, and then go down and start saying all this bull crap about me. If people really cared to know how much money I had or what I was doing with my money or anything like that, then they would purchase some things. They would follow me for relevance and not for drama and messiness and negativity. Because what I do with my money is my business. I don't owe anyone an explanation, logically or not, anything, because nobody pays my bills. Nobody feeds me. When I'm down and out, nobody checks on me. So no, I don't owe anyone any explanations as to where my money is. Because if you know anything about life, you know it costs money to make money. And it costs money to live. Yeah. I'm in a mindset now where I'm not about to keep making everybody else rich. I'm not gonna keep on giving my money and doing this and doing that and doing this. And then I'm not where I want to be, but I see my money invested in them and they where they want to be. Even my church, I gave my church a couple of $1,000 check. Do you hear me? My church wrote their ass a check. My pastor told me that that wasn't 10% of my tithes and offerings. But I just wrote you a $1,300, $1,400, $1,500 check. And you gonna tell me that that's not 10% of my tithes and offerings? So now I don't fuck with church. I believe in faith. I'm still a Christian, but I will not put my money into somebody else's dreams, because when I believed in my pastor, I needed a house. I was homeless. He couldn't provide me any resources. I was trying to put on community events all out of my own pocket. He couldn't provide me chairs and tables. So I just learned that the congregation is for their self. They pimping us. They asking for money and they got money. Why I can't ask for money? And y'all, even if y'all think I got money or not, why is it not okay for me to still need money, want money, and ask for money? But the church is doing it. Y'all letting the churches pimp y'all.
Yep.
Y'all letting these jobs pimp y'all. I done seen more people in the pandemic rocking Gucci, Louis. I done seen like, oh my God, where's all the broke people at? Because the way social media is set up, everybody's balling. Everybody got it. Everybody's living lavish. If everybody's living lavish, then who the fuck is starving? Oh, it's the people out here at the enchantment camps and the natives and the veterans. The people that don't need to be out here like that bad is out here bad. While all the motherfuckers that's out here scamming, scheming, finessing is out here making it look like something that is not. I'm not one of those people. What you see is what you get. Yeah, I got all designer, Louis, Gucci, all that shit in my closet, but you won't see me wearing it in Minnesota because I don't need people counting my pockets thinking, oh, she got a Louis. It got to be some money in there. Nope, it's a Louis and I'm broke, bitch. I spent all my money on the Louis. So now I'm going to live in it. How about that? I hate when people be worried about my money. Know that my kids is good. Know that my health is good. Know that everything that, the reason why I haven't been in jail is because I'm good.
Right.
And people need to stop focusing on what I have and don't have and start focusing on where I've come mentally.
Where you've been and where you are. Yeah.
Exactly.
Because you're doing great. You're looking good.
Thank you. Good. I try. I know I was looking crazy this morning. My frontal wasn't glued down. I said, you know what? Let me go on ahead and spray some of this gots to be on my stuff and tap these edges down so I could do this, because it's very detrimental that people listen and hear and know what's going on. And I mean, I'm always open for questions. I'm not a secretive person. I don't have anything to hide. Eventually, y'all are going to read about all this shit in my books that I'm doing. Y'all are going to see this shit in the documentaries that I'm doing. So if you feel like you want to know something, just ask. Don't assume. Because when you assume, you make an ass out of yourself. So just ask. I have nothing to hide. I'm not ashamed of my life. I'm not embarrassed of my struggles. I mean, there's nothing that anyone could say that will make me feel bad about the way that I live, because I'm content with what I've done. It's always room for improvement, but that's something I got to take up with myself and nobody else.
Okay. All right, well, we're going to get ready to close this down. One last question. Actually, it's not a question. It's more like, what do you want people to know about Lavish Reynolds?
Well, that's a good...
What do you want the world to know about you?
I want people to know that I am a philanthropist. I am an author. I am a leader. I am strong and compassionate and determined. I am a mother with purpose more than anything. I want people to know that not only am I breaking generational curses, but I'm trying to provide generational wealth. I am trying to change the way that people see things and view them. I am trying to break that label of believing what people hear in the media without self-education. I am trying to start an organization that helps people in situations like myself, that provides them support. A lot of the things that I wasn't provided in my time of need, I want to give that back to people who will eventually go through similar situations as myself. I am becoming the future me of who I want to be. So I'm not perfect. I'm a work in progress. Back in the days, I would be ashamed to tell somebody I smoke weed. I would be 20 plus years old, still lying to my doctor. But now, moving forward, I need to be more real with myself so that I can be real with others so that they can relate to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
I want people to know that I am still the former ex-girlfriend of Philando. And without Phil, there is no me. And without me, there is no Day Day. And without Day Day, there is no Phil's story. Without me and Dayana there would not be a Phil. Phil would just be another body laying cold in the middle of the street with no justification.
Yeah.
I want people to know that they owe me everything. Everything. And I mean that in the humblest way possible. What this state and this government and the generation has taken away from me in a short period of time is going to take me decades, even centuries to build back. What took a minute to tear down is going to take years to rebuild. And I feel like this state owes me a foundation from the ground up to help me be recreated with what they destroyed me with. So that's what I'm working on, is rebranding myself and getting my name back. So that's what I want everyone to know. And that I do have a website where people can come, support, hire, you know, whatever it is that you guys so want to do.
Okay.
It's my name is my website is www.diamondreynolds.com. And I will update this later. I will send it to you so it can be, you can have it so that people can go there. My website is under the works right now. So
I'll put it in the link in the description.
And then you can also follow me, like I was saying, on Instagram at lavish_DOINME. And that's my same name on Twitter, lavish_doing me. Because what am I doing? I'm doing me. I ain't doing y'all. I'm doing me. I'm worried about me. So if y'all want to worry about me too, just keep on following and stay tuned.
You got also, do you have a Cash App? I have my Cash App link.
Yes, please Cash App me. I'm a single Black woman that used to be on welfare and they didn't cut all my checks short. Lavish Love 69. So that's LAVISHLOVE 69. My birthday's in July. I'm a Cancer and my favorite number is 69. So don't think nothing crazy. Lavish Love 69. That is my Cash App. I really love donations. Anything that I get is appreciated. I know it's sent from the heart. It helps out a lot. And anybody that's been following me and supporting me and listening in or just been following my story these 4 years, thank you so much. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, and just stay tuned because I have so much more to look forward to.
Yeah. Wow. Well said. Well, yeah, I really appreciate you, Lavish, taking time out of your day again to just tap in with me and just, discuss and have this great conversation. I felt like it was just really organic and it just really flowed well. I appreciate you, man.
I really appreciate you doing this and, giving people like myself a platform where we can be real and we can speak our truth. And, hopefully one day these videos and podcasts will get into the right hands and maybe, somebody will reach out to you and they'll reach out to me. And next thing you know, we up there and it's stuck there.
So I can dig it. Yeah, so sure. For sure. But yeah, and hopefully, maybe looking forward to seeing you with your own podcast.
Yes, that's one of my goals. I'm definitely trying to get in the podcast world.
I think that'd be great.
I need to learn some people to shadow and, just do my homework about it a little bit more, but definitely stay tuned.
You speak well.
Oh, thank you.
You speak very well.
So much. Well, stay tuned
Yeah.
for my podcast.
Well,
When I
hey,
find a platform that I can podcast on that people will actually watch me on, then I'll get into it. But for right now, I'm gonna just keep learning the ins and outs until God say
yeah.
it's my time. So
Okay.
thank you.
Well, hey, again, I appreciate you. This is Fellagood Podcast,
Thank
episode
you.
30. Change. I always like to end with a fella fact. And before that, of course, Goodfellas LLC brings you the Fellagood Podcast. Check out the podcast Clubhouse on Facebook. Check out Fellagood Podcast on YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe. We got a lot of content on there, and we're just gonna keep banging it. Hopefully, we'll be able to drop this on Valentine's Day if it's okay with you. That'll be next Sunday.
Drop this on Valentine's Day. Yes. I'm blocked on
But you'll see it
Facebook.
before then.
Add me on Facebook too, Lavish Reynolds. I'm blocked on Facebook for the next 30 days. I will be reaching out to Facebook for constantly blocking me for nothing. I'm finna get a lawyer for Facebook too, because they got me messed up. So thank y'all.
But yeah, I want to leave y'all with a fella fact for our viewers. Change can be good or bad. Like life, it is what you make it. So, with that being said, you just got to.
And I want to add to that.
Go ahead.
Change starts with you. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Don't expect change if you're not changing yourself. Boom.
Boom. Just like that. I appreciate you, Lavish.
Thank you.
And I want you to stay on. When I stop recording, I want you to stay on for 1 second.
Okay.
I appreciate you, and it was a great show. I can't wait to get it edited and get it to you so you can see what it looked like. Again, episode 30. We out of here, and boom.